All right, guys, we got a hot scoop today. I'm bringing you the #1 trading strategy for this bull run. This has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars the last week, and frankly, Scoot agrees. He puts his paw of approval on it. Okay, yeah, good job, Scoot. No. This is not how Scoot. This is not how the video goes. Sorry about that, guys. My head of investing gets a little too excited whenever we talk about Dogecoin. All right, but moving on. Look, best trading strategy of this entire program, just copy exactly what I'm doing. That's what we're going to do in this video. Just kidding. I have no idea what I'm doing. I simply do crypto for fun. But I want to show you a bunch of trades in this video that I would say have made me about $150,000 to $200,000 profit, excluding the gains I've made in my main portfolio of ADA, Ethereum, DOT, Litecoin, and Avalanche, which is kind of where I roll everything into. What we're going to focus on in this video is mostly altcoin trades that have allowed me to go and take profits from other altcoin trades and then double and triple them yet again. So I just want to walk you through the trades I've made in the past week and a half or so and kind of show you my portfolio, what I'm holding, what I'm investing in long term, and what I'm flipping into, so that hopefully you can take away some of the thinking here and apply it to your thinking. Like always, this isn't financial advice, and I don't consider myself a crypto expert. If you want to see actual advice from actual crypto experts, check out some of the people I'm subscribed to in my subscription box. And more so, I just wanted to show you this just so you can look at the crypto market a little bit differently. For example, when I first got in, I was only investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum. If I had done that at the beginning of this month, I would have made like no profit this month. Instead, I'm making, I think this last week alone, we just did about $200,000, $250,000 in profit, excluding the main portfolio. And also, I talk about a lot of the things I'm picking, NFTs I'm getting into, and general rants on Twitter at CSS Becker. You should follow me there. I also just gave away my stimulus check last week, and we do tons of other giveaways, so it's a neat place to be. So let's hop into it. So let's just start from the top. I made a little bit over $200,000 in B20, and then I made a lot of money in Eternity Chain, and then I made a lot of profits in VGX, and then I just had some profits from other coins and trades laying around. Okay, so I was working with probably about $200,000 to $250,000 in profit. This around March 13th. And just put my money where my mouth is. I have multiple wallets. This is just one of them. I, of course, split all my investments and all my holdings across multiple wallets because logic. And then I also have a lot of money on some exchanges. But all the coins we're going to talk about today, you can see I still hold. And so I'm going to talk about my losers and my winners and the ones that I'm going to be holding long term and what I think about them. One of the first things I went really hard in that turned out very well after exiting this one position was Enjin coin. All right, so this is a coin that highly deals with NFTs. Okay, so you can see one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on this is they're just partnering with every video game out there. Pretty much the leader when it comes to anything that's happening in NFT tech for video games, and I think that's going to be absolutely huge. And so it's just the biggest of the video game NFT cryptos you can invest in. And so that's why I just put a lot of money into this. It tripled in that time frame, and I plan to hold this for a long time. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite NFT coins that I hold. And then I'm not going to be selling probably until the end of this bull run, okay? Or at least I think this can go in 5x, 10x. It's still very early for this coin. With a market cap of only $2 billion, I don't see why this couldn't get to 10 billion by the end of the bull run. I just don't see it. So I'm kind of holding this almost in the same regard that I hold at least Avalanche. Another one that I got into this time was also Avalanche. This is probably, this one actually came and has become one of my favorite long-term holds simply because it's a little brother to ADA and Ethereum, like a massive little brother. It only has a $4 billion market cap compared to ADA's maybe $50 billion market cap right now with the huge bump it got by going on Coinbase. So this is also when I got in on this time frame for this one. It's gone up a lot since then. All right, during that time frame, it's gone up a good, I got in around $25. It's gone up a good 30%, so it's done really well for me. And again, the reason why I got into this, I've seen what Ethereum's done. I've seen what ADA's done. The projects and everything that's going on Avalanche are, in my opinion, almost a little bit ahead of ADA. So I'm going to put some money in there because I think this could easily go to a $20 billion market cap by the end of the bull run. Another really interesting trade I made these last 2 weeks has really paid off was chain games. So I absolutely love chain games because what it essentially is can you imagine if you were on Twitch and you could gamble on, I don't know, a round of Super Smash Bros that you're watching. Or you could jump into a round of Super Smash Bros and gamble on whether you're going to win or not. You could start a round of Mario Kart, for example, and put, I don't know, 20 bucks in. Everybody puts their money in, and the winner of the race takes all the money that's in the pot. That would be completely undoable right now with all the transactions and passing money around. But when you're using a Ethereum contract or any smart contract, it's not that hard to do. And I think this is going to be absolutely huge, because gambling on video games, within video games between people, not just the people playing video games making money, I think this is going to be absolutely ginormous. Now, the cool thing about chain games is it has a super low market cap. Okay, I think if we go to CoinGecko, you can see even at this time, it still has a really low market cap for what I think it's capable of. I think it could easily be a multi-billion-dollar coin, but you can see it's at about 31 million right now. And I got into this about right here. I sold all my Chainlink 2 days ago. Okay, so I exited a nice blue chip coin. And then what I've done is I've just sat on it since then. So that's done really well for me and made me a good about $60,000 off this one investment so far. Okay, $60,000 profit. I'm not actually planning on flipping chain games because, again, I think this has the potential to go way farther than it actually does. Okay, as soon as this partners with Fortnite or some big game out there, I think it could be absolutely huge. And what it's based on and how I think people are going to be gambling in the future, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Then, like I've said in past videos, I'm still holding this one, OVR. Basically what this deals with, and you can see what I'm really, really, really bullish on, which I know is going to happen in the future, is video games and video game real estate and being able to make transactions based on items and digital assets. So OVR fits right into that. If you've seen Mana, this is basically the sale of, I haven't looked into Mana as much as I have, so forgive me if this is paraphrased, but the sale of land and digital assets and ownership in Decentraland, which is basically just a virtual world. I might have gotten that all completely wrong, forgive me, but I've seen how this has absolutely exploded just in the last 14 days. Even in the last 30 days, it's just gone nuclear. Okay? So knowing that OVR deals with the sale of digital real estate inside of a VR realm. Now, am I super duper confident this is going to be like as big as Decentraland or something like that? No, I don't think so. But I think basically Decentraland has a lot of money that's already gone into it. And so the market cap of this is like 1.2 billion. If this just does half, if this does 1/10 what Decentraland does, it's a nice 4x. And so that's why I'm holding on it. It has a really low market cap, and so that's why I'm holding that one right now. Now, the next coin I've got it into that did really well. Okay, I've made about $70,000 profit on this one just in the last week, is StormX. Now, the reason I got into StormX, I'm going to just be straightforward with you. JRNY Crypto, you can see on my subscription box. He's consistently good at picking what things are going to be big in the news. As soon as he posted this on his YouTube channel, I just got into it. Now, am I telling you that your strategy behind investing on coins should be following influencers? Absolutely not. What I really think you should do before you invest in things is you need to really do your own research and understand what you're looking at. This is not a good example of how to trade, and frankly, you should be shaking your finger at me, okay? I've just made a lot of money on JRNY's cryptos calls in the past, and so when he was like, this is what I'm putting it in right now, a lot of news coming up, I just bought it, and it's paid off a stupid amount. Okay, nearly $100,000 trade right here just by copying that. I really wish I could tell you that I'm an expert on StormX and I've looked into like all the other things I'm investing in, but that's just not the case. Okay, so if this goes bad or something like that, we're gonna blame JRNY on this, like I said in the last video. That also being said, I'm holding this probably another, I'm going to hold it until I see a little bit more gains out of it because, again, all the news and all the stuff that's coming up for it is coming up here very soon. So I'm just going to hold on to this one. In fact, a lot of these coins I'm holding right now, I'm actually probably turning into long-term holds because trading coins makes my head hurt. Okay, so another one that I've invested in, I've actually known about this, and I made a lot of money on this originally when Sheldon Evans called it out on his channel. Okay, so you can see shopping.io, I actually originally got on, there's a huge bump from Sheldon right here. So I got on that and I kind of rode it for a little bit and I flipped it at that point. But this is a coin that I've really wanted to come back to for a while because it enables all the transactions in e-commerce between like Amazon and and many other big brands on the internet. So it's basically going to allow people to just buy stuff very easily in e-commerce with crypto, which I think is going to be absolutely huge. For example, I carry a ton of USDC and crypto on me, and frankly, I don't like holding cash in my bank account, and I'd rather just pay with it with my bank account that I actually control. This allows that, and I've been working in e-commerce for the longest time, and just understanding that e-commerce is literally the biggest market online. Okay? And so I think at $91 million in market cap, I think this is super undervalued for what it could potentially do in the future. I could see this being a $5 billion, $10 billion market cap. Again, crossing our fingers, this thing could go down just as fast as it's gone up. Let's just be completely transparent on all these things. But I think the potential of this is absolutely huge. Now, one thing I also want to stress in between this, everything in here is speculation. This is not me investing in things I think are going to work right now, or I think their value is accurate right now. I think people are going to see that these things could have massive value in the future, and that's what they're going to invest in. I think at the end of the bull run, I think these are all going to go down just the same as Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go down. So I want to stress that. None of this right here is like, it's not like me investing in Amazon. It's not like me finding a technology like PayPal that just started up, that's working, getting customers, and thriving right now. Most of these are all in the hypothetical state. I want to stress that. So we're really selling human emotion and news and our speculation that it's going to be big. We're not really selling the technology and buying into the technology right now. It's very important to understand that. Another trade I made last week, this is actually where I rolled on my Reef gains from. So I made a lot of money on Reef, and then so I've rolled that into, that's primarily what I rolled in the OVR and Saki, which is one that I just picked. And this is just another decentralized exchange. The reason why I did this is really simple. Let's look at the 7-day or 14-day of this. Is because Uniswap is about to blow up. I think 1inch is about to blow up. And if we look at the market cap on this, it's extremely tiny. And so in my opinion, if those both blow up, then this one is at least going to make some gains. But the thing is, 1inch has to get like $15 billion in for it to double. This only needs to get like $80 million in. So it's a total degenerate gamble that has paid off very well so far. Took a little bit of a dip actually today. But I'm still up a juicy amount from when I got in around the 12th. Okay, so I'm still at a nice fat 2x on this thing, which is great. Okay, so that's an easy $25,000 profit trade. So nice little pickup. And then the last two trades that I've done recently that I actually plan to hold for a really long time, again, because I just think they're undervalued and they're still super early. So this is Paid Network. I've talked about this in other videos. Why don't they show it on every site? Anyways, the market cap on this one is still pretty low. Paid Network removes and sets up smart contracts to remove a lot of the needs for legal paperwork and legal work in general. Lawyers are terrible. They're overly expensive. They're not needed with smart contracts. That's just why I think it's going to be huge. The reason I bought this and I traded a lot of my profits into this is simply because you can see in the last 30 days, they got hacked right here. They came back and really they were trading at about $5 right here earlier, less than 30 days ago, almost 30 days ago. There's no reason they shouldn't be trading right here. The team and the fundamentals of the project are still exactly the same. So after the hack happened, I just bought into it and it's been going up a lot since then. I believe I put in about $17,000 on this boom up here and it's turned into, at this time, when we just look at what we got going on right here, $30,000. So, you know, just a nice $13,000 gain right there. I'm going to be holding Paid Network much longer. The other one that is really similar to this, I kind of consider them brother and sister, and I think insurance is the most undervalued place, up there with video games and NFTs, inside of crypto right now. BMI has really done well for me since I traded into it. If we go look at the 14-day right here, it was doing really poorly, and I didn't understand why. I think it was mostly due to the Paid Network hack. I think these guys are going to be insuring everything in crypto. It's my favorite insurance project. I think insurance is badly needed. It's an insanely huge industry with a massive market cap in the real world. Crypto desperately needs insurance. I think this is just going to do super well in the future. So this is something I bought into, seeing it was low. All right, I had exited either my B20 or my Reef trades, and I saw this and it's a great project. There's no reason not to just turn this into a long-term hold. So I'm long-term holding BMI at least to the end of the bull run. Now let's talk about a few trades I've done poorly on. Not really poorly, but one thing I've made a mistake on is, VGX has done really well recently, getting up to like $7. And this is kind of a really long hold. This is a long-term hold for me because I use the VGX app every single day. It's been on a steady decline, losing me a good chunk of cash during this decline right here. I really think VGX is coming back. That's why I still continue to hold it. I think it's at least going to $10 to $15 this bull run. It's kind of right up there with Avalanche as a long-term hold for me. So I think when they get the desktop app, and I think everything gets, and I think when a lot more news comes out, I think this is just going to pop right back up and do really well this bull run. But just a really good example of these coins, and when you have a hot hand and it's way up there and it's just in a parabolic rise, there's no reason why you can't flip these and then just dump them into, let's say, ADA, Ethereum, or even Bitcoin, just to, you know, lock in the profits, make a few gains on there, and then wait for the next altcoin cycle to happen. Because what's going to be happening, I believe, the rest of this bull run is exactly what we're seeing right here. Bitcoin goes up big time. Ethereum is going to kind of go up with ADA at the same time because they're kind of in the same class. You're going to see them kind of bounce up. And then we're going to see the altcoins go nuts. And then what's going to happen is people are going to take all their profits from altcoins, put it into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and now ADA, in my opinion. And they're going to do that cycle again. People are going to make their profits right here. Bitcoin and Ethereum and ADA are going to get boring, and then people are going to roll their profits, and the altcoins repeat this cycle as many times as they can before the bull run's over. So that's something you should be looking at. I made a community post, and you guys said, you know, what do you have in your portfolio? Why are you holding it? What's your strategies with these things? Most of the things I have in my portfolio right now, I'm probably going to be holding for at least another few months because I think they just have nowhere to go but up. If you noticed, a lot of my altcoins have low market caps. For example, let me just pull up the chart. I got into Reef at 10 cents and exited around 50 cents. Not at the absolute peak, but around there. And the reason why I did that is, again, the market cap got up to $500 million. So a lot of the coins I'm in, I think they could get to that same market cap and do similar things. And when they do those similar things, I'm probably going to exit them because, again, I'm not really married to the technology right now. We're trading speculation and future potential that is not here yet, and I don't think will be here for a couple of years. So understanding that, I'm not married to any of these coins like everybody else is. If you look in the comments section, people are going to be literally religious fanatics about their coins, and that's so dumb because the only thing that actually has a proven use case in this market is Bitcoin. Even Ethereum, which is super broken, is still kind of hypothetical at this point. So that's how I look at all of these, and I'm mostly looking at what's the project doing, what's its future potential, what are people going to do, what news is coming up, and where's the market cap at, and what are the chances of this 5 to 10xing? That's how I'm going to look at the altcoins that I'm trading. Of course, we could talk about other trades, like my trades in the ADA, that has made me a lot of money recently, but that's kind of more of a main hold, boring trade. There's no logic or there's no cleverness behind it. I just dump money in the ADA because I think it's going to go to at least $5 this bull run. And that's kind of like the final multiplier. So I'll make money in altcoins, and then I'll dump it in ADA, I'll dump it in Ethereum, and I'll dump it in Avalanche, and I'll dump it in Litecoin. Because I think all of those combined all of them have the potential to 5x on this bull run. Some of them have the potential to 8 or 10x. I think Avalanche has potential to really do at least like a 10 to 15x because of just its lower market cap and where it's at. So that's what I'm doing, guys. If you like videos like this, leave me a comment, like whatever you want to do in the comment section below. I must stress, please do not base any trades or try to copy my trades, especially if you don't know what you're doing. This is just to show you how I'm thinking and give you an alternative view to what everybody's saying, which is put everything in Bitcoin and Ethereum. None of those have moved this month at all. And that's a crying shame because all the things I've shown you have 2 to 3x and in some cases 4x just this month alone. So be on the lookout for things outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it. I share a lot of the things I'm looking at, a lot of things I'm thinking on Twitter at ZSS Becker. By all means, let's just have fun with this. I'm not a crypto expert. I'm not a crypto guru. I have no course to sell you, and I'm not trying to convince you to get into my trades. I actually strongly suggest you don't get into anything that I mention in these videos because a lot of the things I'm sharing are things I've already traded into and made the gains in. The pumps have already occurred on these, so you're really getting in afterwards. It's much better that you take the logic from these videos and then you use that to find coins that have not grown substantially lately and then put your money into those. So that being said, what do you think, Scoot? We done? Yeah, we're done.